Hey, what's up guys? Air Science here, and we are back here again with another episode of RimWorld. Now, last time we left off, we have Milo and Sandra, who got into a fight with a gazelle. It didn't end well for the gazelle, and they are recovering, and I think they're going to be fine. Now, like I said last time, we're working very, very hard on making this fridge, and this fridge is actually going to be very, very useful very, very soon, because the rice is almost completely grown, 71% grown so far. Already butchering up the gazelle that it gave us some problems, so I'm glad that we could get that done. And I'm just gonna start going ahead and moving some of this was it marble chunks out of here. Sandra is already hard at work with making batteries, which is going to be great for us because that means that we get to keep a hold of some of this electricity that we're losing every time we run out of power with the wind turbine here. So this is a very important question. What should we name our faction and what should we name our settlement? I like to just go around and randomize things, but I'm open to changing that in the future. I like the autonomous, and then we're gonna go for care because I think that's very nice. Our faction is now known as the Autonomous Kin League of Thia, Thiia, Thia, and our community is now known as Care. Absolutely wonderful. Let's haul these out of here and let's finish this. Right on time, we actually got a Psychic Soothe, which means that every female colonist will get a temporary gain when it comes to being happy. So I think that's just, I don't know, yeah. I think that's just Sandra. So Sandra actually has a Psychic Soothe. That's 16 to mood, which is great. It's just a very peaceful spring night right now. We are on the 12th of April, May, 5,500. And it's springtime, not even summer yet, and our rice is about almost grown. So I think the main priority today is getting this cooler fixed, as well as getting these marble chunks out of here, and I think that's all we need to do. Now that the cooler is made, we can actually lower the temperature to, I like to have it at 16 degrees, it keeps it nice and cold in here, and we can just put a stockpile in here, and the stockpile is only going to, I'm going to clear it all, and it's only going to have raw food. Now, I actually see uranium ore in here, so I think that's very important that we mine that so we can get the uranium. And now that we have the cooler in here, it's taking a lot of power, so the wind turbine also isn't getting a lot of wind, so there's not a lot of power flow going through here, and that's why we need the batteries. We're also going to chop down all of the trees that are here just so that nothing obscures this wind turbine, because you can see the area of effect that it has. It needs this area clear so nothing can stop the wind from flowing through. Just in time, actually. We're starting to harvest all of the rice, which means that we get to put it in this area specifically. Now I'm actually going to take this stockpile, go into storage, and get rid of the food option, which means that no food, raw or meals, can go in this stockpile. They can only go in here. And for now, we can put all the meals in here as well. I'm going to have a little separate section up here just for the meals so that they can easily make them. We actually have a raid, and they are attacking immediately. It's from the Caban Treaty. So if we jump the location, it should just be, yep, it's just one person. They have a knife. If we go to the bio, they're not very good, so I think there should be a walk in the park. But it's hopefully going to be our first prisoner. I kind of want to capture them so that we can turn them to our side. So what we're going to do is, because they're attacking immediately, we're just going to get ready. He's going to come in from the south, so we're just going to have everyone ready to go immediately. So they're just going to chill right here until they come by. Alright, so Narwhal is their name, and they are slowly making their way towards here. Once they cross this area, we should be firing at them. Yeah, it went to 1 speed already. Oh, that's a nice hit from Dan. Oh, he's already down 2 shots. All right, everyone can stop. We can have... For right now, we're going to turn Sandra's place into a prison. So this is the area that we're going to be keeping the prisoner. We're actually going to have Sandra go and capture Narwhal. And they dropped some jade that they had on them, as well as this normal steel knife that is pretty low durability. Now, because we took away Sandra's area, we're going to want to make a bed for her. And we're going to just buddy her up with Dan for right now, just so we have an area for Narwhal. Sandra's going to get hard at work on stabilizing Narwhal. They got a lot of gunshots. It went through their right torso and right arm. It went through their right radius as well as their pelvis. So it was 2 shots, and that's what did it. Jesus. And we were about halfway through getting our batteries done. So once we have that done, I'm going to work on getting solar panels, because I think personally that they're the best way of getting energy is just having like 4 solar panels. Now that Narwhal is mostly all healed up, these aren't the best because I don't want him to have the medicine, the industrial tech medicine that we have. I would rather him just have herbal medicine. So it's not the best. Their recruitment difficulty is 99%, which I don't like seeing. They have really, really high resistance, which absolutely sucks. So we're probably just going to try to reduce resistance as much as possible. Now, like I said last video, the most important thing we need to do right now is put all of our delicious loot that we have indoors so it doesn't degrade. Our flamethrower that we have is already at 91% because it is unroofed and outdoors, so it's deteriorating. So we need to have it inside. And oh, look at that. We got some plain leather from, I'm guessing, that emu or that gazelle that attacked us the other time. Which should be great, because then we can start making clothing or other fabric that we can use for it, like furniture and whatnot. I've also now realized that we have wild heel root growing. Now, heel root is something that you can grow if you have a person at level 8 planting. We have actually Sandra who's level 9, so they can actually grow it themselves, and heel root is pretty much the herbal medicine that we can give to, let's say, Narwhal. It's not as good as the industrial grade one that we have, but it's still, you know, pretty good. Now, because we have the electric stove, we can actually make a bill to cook simple meals. I don't like cooking fine meals or lavish meals. We're actually going to do it ×4, so it's easier to do and we don't spend too much time making them. And we're going to do it until we have 10 meals. Actually, we're going to do it until we have 7 meals, because we're going to cook 4 at a time. So every time we go over that, every time we go over 7, we're going to make 4 more. So we want to make sure that we don't have too many meals. Next thing we're going to do is make another stockpile. I'm going to have it right around here, and it's literally just going to be for meals. So I will allow meals. So that means that they will put it right before, so that when someone comes in, they can just grab it. And while we're at it, we'll make a simple steel bench. Sorry, simple steel table. And 2 chairs. Yeah, so we're going to have it right here. It'll allow us to give us access to the actual stockpile itself through a door that's either here, or throughout the wall. So that'll be good. We actually have a little bit more uranium ore to mine, so we're just going to mine it here. And because we're indoors, we dug out a bunch of rocks. We have a bunch of rubble and other, like, ugly stuff on the floor. So we're actually going to go to floors, and let's make something nice. I don't really have a lot of nice options, so we're just going to use wood for right now. I'm actually going to go and chop some more wood so we have more, because we're actually out. The floors seem to be going along nicely, so I think the main thing we have to do now is expand our stockpile. And because the actual wind turbine was not producing enough electricity, our gazelle meat actually rotted away. Milo actually got into a daze because his needs are higher, because he is where is it? Volatile, so his mental break threshold is plus 15%, which is really bad, so he's going to be doing that a lot. His mood is 28%. Normally would not be a problem with most people, but his is just so low. He's recreation starved. That's a great point, actually. So if I go to recreation, I can have some horseshoe pins outside, as well as a chess table, which I think would help with morale. So Milo's going to be out of it for a while, and Sandra just finished creating batteries, which is actually really, really huge for us. So I'm going to pause it, and we're going to focus on making solar panels next. Meanwhile, we're going to take some of the steel that we have, and we're going to create a nice little area to have all of our batteries. I think we're just going to have it right here. And I don't like having wood next to batteries because batteries tend to explode after a while. However, I think it'll be fine for now. We are pretty low on food, but we also have a ton of food that is out here and not being hauled in. So I'm actually going to put hauling on a top priority for a lot of people right now, so they have the ability to go in and grab everything. So probably when they wake up next time, they're all going to go and grab all this stuff, because if it spoils in 39 days, that's really bad for us. And Milo's still just completely broken, so he's oh gosh, he's on a gluttonous spree, so he's going to eat all of the food he can, which is really bad for us right now. We actually still have a bunch of packaged survival meals that are just out in the wilderness, so we should do a good job of bringing those back while we can. We also have more steel that we can bring in. Stuff is strewn around the map that we just have to keep looking for. So Sandra's doing a great job of bringing everything back in. Meanwhile, we still have rice plants that are 58% grown already, and our potatoes are 60% grown, which is going to be great for us. A lot of food on the way. I am not worried about starving at all whatsoever. Now that we have that battery placed up, we can start putting in at least one battery for right now. See, we've even started to get a little bit of a charge, which means that when the wind turbine inevitably runs out of wind, it'll just start draining from the battery and we won't lose power immediately. And having a second wind turbine is here because it's over area that doesn't get a lot of brush, like oak trees and whatnot. In the meantime, we can start deconstructing ship chunks that fall out of the sky randomly. There are a few strewn about the map, but there are actual events where ship chunks literally just plummet from the sky. And they have components which are needed to construct basically every like electronic thing, like electric stoves and whatnot. Alright, so this is one of the first main quests that we get. It's called Fleeing the Countess. I think it's actually random, but it provides 8 honors. So this is the DLC. This is the royalty DLC. And I was not good at explaining it last time, so I'll do it now. The royalty DLC is a DLC that has kingdoms, in the sense that there's an actual kingdom on this planet that are very, very high tech and way above what we can do. And they're basically offering vassalship. So if I accept this, I can accept it as for, I think we want Dan to be our king. Let's think about this. So if we get this, if we unlock it under the quest tab, we get 8 honor, which is enough to give us a title over this land. And with titles, you get psychic powers. So that's how that works. The kingdom is the one who are offering the psychic powers. You can also do it yourself if you prefer not to go along with the kingdom. I have not tested that out yet. So we accept it with a specific character. I will choose Dan for this. And they're basically asking, they need help. Their guards were killed in an ambush, and she's followed by a man-hunting guinea pig. So this person is basically being chased down by a tiny guinea pig that wants to kill her. And if we protect her from the guinea pig, if we protect them from the guinea pig, we will get it's 8 honor and pretty much a title. And they'll come down in a spaceship and give it to us, which is going to be neat. So she joined us for right now. Yeah, she's 70 years old. She has, you can see she has psychic powers. She has word of trust. Speak to the prisoner while using psychic suggestion to reduce his resistance to recruitment. So we can actually do this right now to Narwhal. And they're followed by the man-hunting guinea pig. So we can have Milo and Dan. We can have these two go and fire at guinea pig. Oh my god, he fucking shot Dan. You shot Dan! Okay, so Milo just shot Dan. Dan's pretty fucked up, but, you know. Alright, yeah, so he shot Dan. Dan's pretty messed up, but I think he'll be fine. He needs medical attention, though. Meanwhile, where are you, lady? Alright. Regardless, your shuttle arrives, so you're actually going to go... Here's the shuttle right here. You can tell them to get into the shuttle, and then we can have the shuttle take off. And once we do that, we got the title of freeholder. The quest was completed, and we got a new quest for the ceremony. So we're gonna let Dan heal up after it was shot by Milo. And then once Dan is all better, we can have him go through the ceremony to get the title. It's actually 104 degrees outside, which is more than I expected. So we're going to put a cooler in the kind of hovel area that we have here. The main hub. Yeah, so right now Dan is suffering from heat stroke just because it's so humid. I can actually put in a cooler here, and then we can have vents to each room, so I don't have to put 3 different coolers in and just use all the power that we have. Meanwhile, this was constructed without me realizing it, so I can actually put waterproof conduits. Give me a second. This is gonna be tricky to kind of snake it through. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm just going to go through the mountainside here. Because I don't think I can get through. Yeah, it's all mud, and you can't place stuff on mud. Which is kind of annoying. Meanwhile, Narwhal of the Caban Treaty, the person who tried to kill us, is all better. They are in the heat, unsightly environment, and naked. They have an awful prison cell. But because of the good quality bed, they were quite comfortable. And summer has begun. So, inevitably with summer, we have to worry about winter. I think we're going to be... The big problem with winter is the food we can't grow outside, but I think we're going to be fine with that. Now, to end off today's episode, I think we're going to go along with the actual ceremony. He has 9 days left. We're going to accept it. So, the people are going to come down here in their spaceship. I heard them somewhere. Yep, they're right here. This is their psyker person. They are the bestower. And they have an elite retinue of Marines and recon units. So they're pretty badass. They're pretty cool. And they have all sorts of like specialized weapon. Like that is a charged lance, which is an energy weapon. And they're going to wander around like where the fuck is Dan. So I got to bring Dan over here to accept the quest. So I got Dan out. Dan's making his way over. He's just still recovering from the gunshot, but he should be fine. And the psyker is giving him the magical powers that he can bestow on him. Yeoman title gained for Dan. And with that, he has another ability, Words of Trust, which is great because we have a prisoner who's very stubborn, actually. Now... They're pretty random as far as, like, what you get. I have ones where you could literally earthbend and move rocks around to form cover. And I have one where you can taunt targets to come to you instead. So it's all up to chance, really. You can actually buy syringes which have certain traits in them, but they're pretty expensive. Now, as far as this goes, this is the mana, if you will. This is the magicka. This is basically your mind power, how much of it you have, and this is heat. So basically, when you use it, it generates a certain amount of heat, and if you go over, you can really, really hurt yourself. So you don't want to go over it. You just want to keep a nice desired amount stored up so that you can use it whenever you need to. And I think that's going to be the end of it for today, guys. With the onset of summer, we are looking forward to the winter. We're looking forward to taking all the crop yields that we have and bring them into our fridge, which we're already doing again with more and more rice. We got power up and running. We have Dan, who is pretty injured, but I think he's going to be just fine. And we have Narwhal, our newest member, who is still, you know, not yet a member, but, you know, they're going to break soon. So yeah, that's where I'm going to leave it off today, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I hope this was a little bit better. I know last time was a little bit jumbled. I'm trying to be more coherent with what I'm saying. I said and a lot in the last episode, so I'm really trying my best here, guys. And I know it was a little bit quieter, so hopefully they fix that in post. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you appreciate this. Leave a like if you did, and I will see you guys in the next episode.